What is up, guys? This is Jolo2 Sound and Jolo2 TV, and I am currently joined with Kevin.
Nice to meet y'all. How you doing, bro?
Say the last name because I never know how to pronounce your last name.
You gotta say my last name in a sentence.
Okay.
It's called Calixte, but you gotta say the man down the street Calixte. That's how you say my last name.
Bro, deep. We're already getting bars, and we're only 20 seconds into it.
Yo, since the day I was born, people always got my last name wrong.
See, that's why I
always got it wrong. Like Calixte,
that-
Calixte. I'm like, no, it's Calixte.
Because like when I was like putting your name in my contacts, I was just like Kevin OD.
Yeah, Kevin OD, bro. That's all I had you on the Office Depot, just Tom Brady, Jonathan OD.
So give us a little backstory on who you are, because we need to know who you are. You're my special guest this week because this is gonna be a weekly thing.
All right.
So you're the special guest. You might be a continuing coming on guest, but we gotta see how you do this month.
All right, people. You know,
Pretty confident.
Yeah, pretty confident. All right. Well, my name's Kevin Calixte. 25 years old. Just graduated from FAU, bachelor's degree in computer science.
Let's get a round of applause for this guy.
Thank you. You know, I work at Office Depot by day, and you know, at nighttime I work at a company.
By night he's a stripper.
At nighttime I'm a stripper. At nighttime I'm a b-boy. My stage name is B-Boy Frozone. You know, just
what does that mean? What's your
B-Boy Frozone?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I got that name because one of my friends was like, yo, you know who he looks like? He looks like that dude from The Incredibles. Like from a distance. So that's
guy
where the
from
word,
The Incredibles.
The dude Frozone. So that's where the name, that's the Frozone. So that's where the name just stuck. And from then on, like every time I get on stage, every time I'm around my friends, like, yo, what's up, Frozone? It's like, oh my God. Like, I called myself B-Boy Spider, but then they said, you know, that doesn't count. They have to, like, we got to give you a name.
So B-boy means what? Like, why'd you put B-boy?
Well, because B-boy means like break dancer boy, or like B-girl break dancer girl.
So you can break dance?
I can break dance. I've been break dancing since like 2011.
If we had a space right here, I think we would have had that going on. But because we have all this equipment right here, I think we'll just save it for
that's fine,
time.
bro. Like if you had all the space right here.
Well, we can get it after the show, and I'll get the clip for them because I know they're gonna want to see that.
Bro, like play some, you know, Intergalactic by BC Boys, and I'll just start throwing down.
Whew.
Start throwing down.
Let's see. What do we want to jump into? So for the first time, what I'm actually gonna do is like go off the script, because any other time that I do these podcasts, I like to have like a topic that we talk about,
like scripted stuff.
But in this case, because you're a very unpredictable person from the past that I've known you,
bro, you already know that, bro.
I was like, let's see how this goes by letting him talk and let him lead the conversation, because I felt like it would have been more fun.
The most unorthodox person you'll ever meet.
Oh, I know that. And the stories you're going to be telling us today, and I'm actually going to have it recorded and live for everybody to see.
Censored or uncensored?
Well, if what you want to do, you can say anything you want to. Tell me what you want me to cut, but I like it to just flow naturally and let everybody hear the truth.
Like, I mean, you already know I have no filter.
Now, if you want to blank out people's names in the story, you can do that.
Oh, no.
But I like to put them out there. We need the hot take. We need to know who to stay away from.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the people that I've encountered, like some of the females I've been with, are not around this area. So, you know,
right.
if they
the internet travels far, though. It's not just West Palm.
So, for the people out there that I've messed around with, if your name gets spoken to,
here we go.
I am sorry.
It's already started.
Don't kill me.
All right.
You already know I have no filter.
So what you said that you had a story to tell us on your way here. You said you went to the gym, or you were into something.
Like this morning, well, let me start off by saying, like, you know, I wasn't always. I'm one of those people that like I hate going to the gym. Okay. Like I always hated it. And like back in like 2017, like, you know, I started gaining weight a lot. I started, you know, eating fast food, McDonald's at night, Burger King in the morning, stuff like that. It was crazy. Mm-hmm. But to me, I was fine. And then one day, right, I'm sitting down just, you know, watching TV. My mom walks by me. She's like, damn, Kevin, you've got fat. And
dang, you know, hey.
She's never, there's only 2 times in life she told me that. The first time was in middle school when I really was fat.
Okay.
And then it was this time. So when she told me that, I was just like,
take the glasses off, God.
I was like, I went to my bathroom. I looked at myself in the mirror. I'm like, damn,
it's time to make a change. You slapped your stomach.
Yeah, like,
I got to change.
My friends would tell me, "Oh, Kevin, you gained weight," but I'm just like, whatever. Like I don't really care.
Yeah.
But then when my mom told me that, like, to me, that really was just like, that was like a home hitter. Because I was like, damn, my mom.
Only person that can build you up and break you down is your
own
mom.
So when my mom told me that, I was like, yo, I got to do something about this. So I got a gym membership at UFit down in Boynton. You know, I'm there like, you know, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and sometimes Sundays sometimes in the morning. So, you know, if you check me out there, we can work together. You know, I don't got it, whatever.
Hey, he's trying to pick somebody up.
But like, all right, so I was in the gym this morning, right? And I met one of my exes. Well, not really an ex, but a girl I used to mess around with. You remember Grace? That one time we went to the Boynton Beach Mall. We were doing that one vlog. And remember Grace? That one girl you told me, like, when I walked out of FYE, you were like, yo, go get her number.
The girl that worked at FYE. Okay,
yes.
okay.
So,
I made love. Well, I made love happen for them for a minute.
I mean, it was great, but then she had to leave to college, and, you know. Anyway, I'll get to that point. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm working out, and she's like, and I hear a voice like, "Oh, Kevin, is that you?" And I'm like,
"Whoa!" And
I'm
hold on.
I'm bench pressing, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "Yo, Grace." I'm like, "Oh snap!" Like, "Yo, how you been?" Blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, Kevin, you look different. You gotten taller. You grew your hair out. Blah blah." And like, you know, I stopped working out. Like, I was like, you know what? I don't really care. Like, I'm done working out. So we just started talking, and she was like, you know, like, what's your secret? Like, you know, how did you get from, you know, where you were to how you are now? And so I told her, I was like, commitment. And I told her, like, one of the biggest things is when you're working out, there's two battles you're going to have to fight. There's, you know, you're fighting against your body, you know, when your body's sore, you're tired, you know, you're working on changing stuff, and then it's all in the mind. You know, it's like whenever you're doing something, your mind's like, oh, you know, just stop. Like, you know, just take a quick break, just blah, blah. And I told myself, like, you know, you got to ignore that feeling because you're never going to grow if you're just sitting there. It's like, you know what? I know I can do an extra rep, but I don't want to because, you know, I'm tired or like
so
I'm
exhausted. Hold on. See, I like how we all know how working out works, Kevin. Right, but when you introduce the X into the situation, that's when I was interested. Okay, we can get another fitness episode a different time, but we need to get to the source of this. This is that X, right? She was an X, right? Or somebody you used to talk to.
We were all right.
Sum it up. Was it just I was talking to her? And
I was talking to her until she said, "I'm leaving to go to Tampa to finish my degree."
Okay, so
that's when the dream just dropped. Like, it just got shot. I was like,
so then it could have been something.
Could have been something if you were still here.
Okay, so now she says she moved to Tampa. So just for everybody that doesn't know, we're in West Palm right now. So West Palm Beach to Tampa.
It's 3 hours. Like,
that's how long?
It's like 3-4 hour drive.
3-4 hour drive. What was she doing in West Palm Beach on this particular day?
Well, she was down. Well, actually, she finished college. She got her master's degree and she moved back down here.
This was last year. Like, well, hold on. This was 2017 or was it 2018?
No, it was like summer of 20. Like summer. When I say last year, I mean like 2017. Summer of 2017.
It's not adding up here. I feel like she came up with something. It was bull. She just wanted to get out of it. I don't feel like she did.
Maybe, I don't know, but it was weird seeing her down here because I was like, yo, like, what are you doing? Because she always talked about, hey, I'm gonna move back down here when I'm done, or I might move back down here. I'm like,
and
oh,
she didn't give you a call?
No call.
None. Look
at
that.
Because the fact that, like, when she moved, I kind of was starting to, like, avoid her.
Okay.
I stopped with the phone call, stuff like that, because, you know, I've done long distance before, tried it, didn't like it, hated it, because, you know, absence makes the heart grow fonder, but it makes your body grow fonder, whatever's around you. And that's what one of the girls I was talking to, she grew fonder of what was around her and ended up doing, like, you know, that with somebody else. So I was like, all right, cool. Like, you know, yeah, you go that way, I'm gonna go this way. And that's it. And that's that.
Okay. So when you got to Grace, right, and she got up to you and you're talking about all this fitness crap, we don't need to know about the fitness. We need to know about the gossip. What happened that she was like, oh, I love you, or I miss you.
She told me she misses me, and, you know, that it was fucked up that, like, I stopped talking to her when she left. And I told her that, you know, it wasn't like I didn't mean to do it. It's just like, you know, how I am, if we're in a relationship, if I don't see you often and stuff like that, and, you know, we don't talk often, like, we barely talked when she left. I was like, okay, you know, I'm over here doing all the work. I'm trying to text you, I'm trying to call you, I'm FaceTiming you, and you're just like,
you just got to drop it at some point.
You doing whatever. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a step back.
Yep.
I'm gonna see how you react. I'm gonna stop chasing you, and I'm gonna see if you know, give me that same energy. She didn't. And I was like, all right, I'm out. And then I started dating Marisol, like right after. And I started dating Marisol.
Oh, man. Now that one. Yeah. Marisol.
You know, on the way to get Dunkin' Donuts coffee, I actually ran into Marisol.
Oh, my God. Bro, when are you going to stop running into exes? Okay.
So, I'm going to stop running into exes when they...
So here's your problem, okay? You're too close to home. You're too close to the people here. So now what happened when you saw Marisol today? So this has been an eventful day. And this is just one day we're talking about.
One day. This is a day in life.
We're not talking about the real stories we used to hear from you. Driving down south,
I'm always getting into dumb stuff, bro. So I walked into Dunkin' Donuts and Marisol was just like, Kevin, is that you? And I'm just like, hey, Marisol, what's up? My God. Because after we broke up, I never went back there again. Like I was just like, taboo, avoid the Dunkin' Donuts area of whatever, Dunkin' Donuts over there, I'm going to go over there. Even though this one's right near my house, screw that, I'm going to go to that one. Like, so I walked in there because I was like, I want a coffee. I got coffee right here. I was like, I want a coffee. So he's like, oh, Kevin, you look so different, blah, blah, blah. How you been? What you been up to? I'm like, yeah, good. Mind her boyfriend was there. The guy she cheated on me with.
Oh, wow. Whoa. She cheated on you?
All right, I'm gonna preface this by saying,
oh my God, hot take. We're getting to the real stuff, guys. Let's get it.
I'm gonna give you a hypothetical situation, right? So you're with your girl, everything's great. She's telling you, if I see you with another chick, I'm gonna cut your dick off. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You better not cheat on me. Blah blah. Like a girl that like driven to end you if you cheat on her. All right, everything's good. You're going down like 3 months down the road, and she pops up the question: do you consider kissing someone else cheating? Mind you, bro, it gets crazy, bro. We're driving, right? And she tells me that. I look at her and I'm just like, are you cheating on me right now? Like, did you kiss somebody else? She's like, no, if I give a hypothetical situation. I'm like, well, hypothetical, I'm gonna have to kill you and him. Like, what do you mean? If you cheat, if you consider cheating if you kiss someone else. Like, what the hell is that?
So what happened?
The days just start getting weirder and weirder, right? So she went to this event that was at PBSC one night. She had an edible, and for the first time ever. And for those who don't know, who've never been on an edible, I've tried one before, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a trip. You ever seen that movie Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Your mind just goes into a different dimension. Some people can handle it. Me personally, I freak out, and I'm like, that's why I'm never doing it. One time that was it. I'm never touching that again.
So do you like casting spells and crap when you?
Well, I had the edible right before I saw Doctor Strange in 3D. So my mind was just.
Oh my God!
I was so toasted by the time I was done. I was gone. I was so gone. And so, after I had that other one, I was like, yeah, I'm never going to do this again. I want to try it. Everyone said it was great. And I'm like, I had fun, whatever. So she had her edible. She freaked out. She went to the hospital. And then the next day, her best friend broke up with her boyfriend of 6 years. So she's like, oh, if they couldn't last, how are we going to last? I'm like, first of all, we're not them. That's how we're going to last. We're not them.
See, that's where she messed up because she started comparing herself to somebody else.
That was the first red flag in my mind. And I knew that was a red flag, but I ignored it because I was like, yo, I really care about this chick. I really want something. I really want to work something out with her. Mm-hmm. So, girlfriend, whatever situation going on, it had nothing to do with us.
Yeah.
So as the days going on and on and on, she don't like it when I hold her a certain way now. She don't like it when I pick her up and kiss her. At first she loved it, now she hated it. So in my mindset, I'm like, yo, I'm about to pull some Inspector Gadget bullshit right now and figure out what the fuck's going on. So the day I was gonna it was a Friday. Me and her aren't working. We both have the day off. We were gonna go get something to eat. I was gonna talk to her. Mm-hmm. She sends me a text message 10 in the morning. Hey, I don't think it's working now. Blah 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 and all that stuff. Mind you, she lives down the street from me. Oh. I know she's not working.
Oh.
I'm free and she's free. And I'm like, you couldn't tell me that face to face?
Oh, bro.
So she's like, oh, I just need to figure some things out, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on the games with my friend. I'm like, yo, this bitch just dumped me over text message. I'm more insulted that, you couldn't tell me face to face.
So what... I mean, this day and age, people base their relationships, people can build a relationship through a phone, right?
It's disgusting, bro.
Well, hold on. So people can base a relationship through a phone from text messages to FaceTiming to all of this. I've seen people who've actually done it and succeeded at it. There's one girl, from high school. She used to, I forget what her name is, or maybe, no, I know what her name is. I'm not putting people out there like that. But
I have no filter. But everybody's getting put out.
So she knew some guy from a different state, right? They texted all this stuff, probably DM'd through like Instagram and stuff like that. But her mom worked at like one of the airlines, right?
Okay.
So she can get whatever ticket she wants to get straight there. So any point that she wanted to do it, it was like a long distance relationship. She did it. Nowadays, I don't think she's with that person anymore. But at the time, it was working. So what the point I'm trying to get at is if these people can maintain and keep a healthy relationship through the phone and long distance, why is it not okay nowadays to not just send a text and say, hey, it's done? Because you guys, like, the entire relationship was built through the phone, right?
Right, in a sense, right.
Okay, so the entire relationship is, hey, wake up in the morning, here's the streaks. We're going to text all through the day. We're going to call each other throughout the day of what we're going to do in this relationship and what's going to make this relationship more fun and more exciting. So this phone and this conversation through the phone has built the relationship. So why can't you end it that way?
But see, the way I look at it, like, you know, how I am, I'm old-fashioned. Okay. I'm an old-fashioned person. I do everything like face to face. If I wanna say, hey, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend, I'm gonna do it face to face instead of doing a text message. If I'm gonna break up with you, I'm gonna do it face to face. And in this situation where it's like, yeah, relationships were built through the phone, I feel like that's like a dangerous thing because you got social media out there. Everybody's highlighting their love lives and stuff like that. And you know, you got people saying, oh, this is my man here, blah blah, you know, showing them off for the world. To me, it's just like, I'll let people know this is my girlfriend here. But y'all don't need to know what we do. See, people nowadays, they put so much BS out there. They put so much of their business out there on social media. Is that like, damn, I'm living with you right now. I know exactly what you all doing. And to me, it's just like, yes, me and Marisol, most of our relationship was through text messages, but there were times where, hey, if we're both free, let's go do something. You know, there's that physical contact. You know, for the long, like I said, for long distance relationships, it worked for a while, but then it stopped working when I realized that, you know, hey, what happens if I can't come and see you? What happens if you can't come and see me? We can't see each other months at a time and stuff like that. For that one girl, she got off lucky, you know, because she can go and see him. Like I said, I don't know if they're still together now, but for the time, it was the golden age for the time.
Wait, so how did you discover that she was talking or doing whatever with
when she broke up, it was on a Friday too. I remember that day like it's bright as day. Like I'm sitting there, like, you know, I had no class, I had a day off. I was sitting there just playing video games. She sent me a text message saying like, oh, you know, I feel like it's not working out, blah blah blah. And so in my mind, so I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna give her space because she asked for some space. I'm gonna give it a week, you know, just go wait a little bit and then, you know, just dive back in like Batman, try to save the day.
This guy.
She texted me a week later, was like, hey, the real reason why, you know, things didn't work out was because I cheated on you. Through text message. Mind you, she lives down the street from me. It's a 5-minute drive. And she told me she cheated on me. And I'm just like, wow.
So this is something that... Okay.
Like you had me sitting here like a duck for a week thinking ways I can make this work again. I could take you out here. I could talk to your family because, you know, your dad doesn't like me. And she told me like her dad was racist. She's a Spanish chick, but her dad was racist. Even though I spoke Spanish to him, he's like, oh, the fact that you're like black, like you have black in you, I don't like it. But you know,
this is so fun. This isn't new. It's a thing.
Right. It's a thing. It's crazy.
And it doesn't matter if it was a Spanish person, a white person, another black person.
Right.
There's people out there that just will not have that. My pigment, same as you. You're like, we look like we're Dominican, or we could be some kind of Spanish.
I am Dominican. Well,
sorry.
I'm black and Spanish.
Well,
but for me, it's just the fact that, like, you know, hey, I'm black, I look black, and it's just like, you know, oh, like, did you do weed? Like, oh, do you have a criminal history? What did you do? And I'm just like,
so
yo,
it's like they're stereotyping.
The day I met the dad, he was just like, are you a criminal? He spoke to me in Spanish like, are you a criminal? I'm like, no, I'm not.
See,
I'm
right
just a
there,
regular college kid.
Nah, right there, I would have walked right out.
I'm like, Marisol looked at me like this shot. She's like, I am so sorry. I'm like, listen, I've dealt with racist people before. I've dealt with racist cops. I've dealt with racist white people. I've dealt with racist black people. Like, I've dealt with it before. This is nothing new to me. I just gotta let them know, like, hey, you know, I don't understand bigotry. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not these things that you claim me to be. Give me a chance to show you who I am.
Yeah.
and I can just change your opinion. Hey, you might hate everybody else, but at least you'll like me. You know, as long as you like me, because the fact that you're the father of the girl I'm smashing right now, the girl I'm with right now. I need you.
You should have started with the with, not the girl that I'm with, not the that's the girl I'm smashing now.
I need you on my side because you're just gonna make things hard for the both of us.
Yeah.
So after that, like I went through like a mini episode of depression. I was just like, bro, like, and it wasn't the fact that it was her that was doing it. It was the fact that it happened. That like, yo,
that she did that.
That she. It's the whole concept of cheating. Because I felt like, you know, at some point, like, damn, I gave you everything I had, and you basically told me it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Like you just told me to my face, I'm not good enough. I'm gonna go over here. So,
you know, it sucks.
It really does suck.
Because there's these times where you could have been on that receiving end, or you could have been the one giving that out, or the person that you did. Like it doesn't feel good, one way or the other for the other person. Because like me, we're gonna be 100% honest, I have had a bad history in the past. When I was younger, obviously 16 years old, I was making bad decisions. 17 years old, making bad decisions.
Everybody's got bad history,
but it's what you've learned since the mistake that you made. So in her case, there's certain situations, like for me, that whole texting thing would not have flopped. Right. So I'm with you on that. The breaking up, okay, that's one thing. Right, but you say, by the way, you know, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I'm just playing video games. Oh, by the way, Don Julio, I kissed him, was cheating on him.
And then you're just deuces.
Then it's just like no
fade
feelings.
away into the background, like with no explanation. So like, you know, so fast forward today when I saw her, you know, I was talking to her and stuff like that. She's like, "Oh, have you dated and stuff like that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I dated, you know, but I recently just got a relationship, blah blah. I'm just vibing, doing my own thing." You know, the boyfriend's there just glaring at me.
That's
like,
the guy
that she cheated on me with, and I found out because I asked her. I'm like, so. Homeboy glaring me in the corner. That's the guy you cheated on me with? And she was like, she looked down, she looked at him, and she was just like, yes. And I'm just like, no. I'm like, listen, I don't hate you anymore. I'm just over the whole situation, but I don't like the way he's looking at me. Like, I don't like that.
How much of that coffee did you drink?
Maybe like half of it. Like half of it.
My bathroom don't work, so No,
it's
out of I'm just saying.
It was one of her other friends.
Bro, they have those little walkie-talkies. Hey, yo, Code B.
The thing that makes
Code Brown.
Well, here's the thing that makes it crazy. She told me she regrets what she did and she wished that she was still with me.
Well, did the guy in the corner hear that though?
I don't think the guy in the corner heard that, but she told me that, and I'm like.
But here we are in this pattern though, right? So she cheated on you,
right?
With dude that's sitting right there,
right?
Now she's already talking about you. I want you,
bro.
And the guy's sitting 10 feet away from
10 feet away. It's such a crazy thing because like I'm with the girl, things go wrong, we split up. They come back to me months later after they've had like a horrible relationship, and they're like, "Oh, when I was with you, things were great. You know, things were happy. You uplifted me." Did so? I'm like, bro, why can't you be like that when we're together? Why is it that I leave or we break up, and then now you're telling me like. You were the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's like, no, I want you to tell me that when we're together, bro.
So you don't... There's people that don't realize that until the person's gone. So that could be for her. That could be for you. Now, in that situation, after you got treated like that, you said you went through a certain depression.
Right.
What made you get past that? What made you like, okay, I'm good. I'm not going to go through this.
What made me get past that was... After the whole thing with me and Marisol, I went back with one of my exes, Angie.
Okay.
And
hold on, I feel like there's a negative connotation to Angie.
I think I told you about her. Their girl lived all the way in like Vero Beach, like an hour and 30 minutes away.
Oh my God! Is this the one? Is this the
we
one that
we reconnected and then we got back together. Wait, it gets better.
Okay.
There's more. There's more. Trust me. So we dated in early 2018, and. I was literally like an emotional wreck, and she literally was just like helping me get past it and stuff like that. And you know, we ended up breaking up in June because the fact that, you know, while everything was great, I realized that this is the same exact relationship that I left. And I left it because one, it was always me doing all the driving and stuff like that. There were times that she can come down here, but she didn't. She chose not to.
Okay.
And it's just like, yo, there were times where I couldn't come up there, you know, or, you know, I'm always working, you know, I barely have any days off. When I get a day off, I spend it with you. But it's like, yo, I would like for you to come down here because, you know, Vero Beach is a nice place, but there's nothing to do up there. Yeah. Come down here to West Palm. I could take you to the museum in Boca. I could take you down to Miami. I could take you down to Delray and eat. I like to go out places. I could take you to Wellington and, you know, have a nice time. Or we can just stay around the area and just go to like a Burger King and just chew down some burgers and just have fun. Oh no, it's far of a drive, blah blah. I'm like, nigga, do you think it's far of a drive for me? And the fact that I can't,
it's the same trip.
And the fact that I can't stay at your house because your brother and sister, like, you know, it's like, hey, at a certain time they don't think I can't stay there. Mm-hmm. So it's like 2 a.m. I gotta drive all the way back down to West Palm. It's an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not getting home till like 3:30 in the morning. I'm like, yo, like,
that's not right.
Like, can I just stay in your bed? I'll sleep on the couch, whatever. You know, like, yo, let me stay over. She's like, no, you can't. I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm gonna drive and whatever. So we ended up breaking up in June, and then we got back together again in August, like a month later. And then we broke up again for the same exact reason. So at that point, I was like, okay, you know, I'm done with it. We're not doing this no more, blah, 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 whatever. Uh-huh. So, yeah, I was telling her, like, oh, you know, like, I had a girlfriend, things didn't work out, so we broke up, blah, blah. And she's over here telling me, she's like, oh, you know, you look great, got taller, you know.
And when is this? In August, you said? Or is this recently?
With me and Angie broke up in December, so it was like about a month ago.
So early 2018,
we got together. And we broke up in June, and then we split up, and then got back together like literally 3 weeks later, all the way till December, and then we broke it off again.
So where are you guys stand now?
I don't talk to her. I don't know. I don't talk to her.
So we'll be looking for like a solid June. You guys will be back.
I told her if we break up a third time, I'm blocking your number and I'm gonna delete it because I used to remember phone numbers, but now I'm horrible with it. Yeah. So if I block your number, I don't know your number. I block your Facebook. I block everything. So it's like we're done. I haven't done it yet, but I just avoid talking.
Let's go ahead and keep the show rolling. What were we talking about? What was the last thing?
We were basically talking about how, like, you know, when I'm with somebody, it's like I always try to like realize that you could be more than what you are right now. Like, I know you like, oh, you probably hate your position right now or blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, all right, well, let's change it. What can we do to change it? Mm-hmm. But then I was telling you, like, the glaring issue that what Angie had was that she feels like if she can't be with someone, she's not happy. Like, she has to be by herself. And to me, I was like, yo, that's a big problem because, like, you don't love yourself. You realize that, you know, you find happiness in other people. And I was like, I don't do that.
Yeah.
If you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love somebody else?
I like that. That's advice that everybody's giving.
If you hate the way you look, if you hate everything about yourself, how are you gonna add flavor to somebody's life when you hate what you got?
Yeah.
So it was one thing, like, you know, I always told him, like, listen, like, you gotta learn to love yourself. You can't, like, I realize that you're always focusing on me and what I'm doing, and you're just not worried about yourself. And it just started going downhill. You know, it was like, how can I help you if your own enemy is yourself? Ooh. It's one of the
get them bars.
It's one of the biggest battles that you have to do. Like, I'm not sure if anyone else ever went through that, but being with someone that just is constantly bringing themselves down, at some point you start getting tired.
Yeah. Like,
at some point you're just like, damn, bro. Like,
and it's just like you feel like you're taking care of that person more than you're taking care of yourself.
I was literally like Dr. Phil instead of a boyfriend. Jeez. And my only reward for it was just like, oh, you know, she'll cook for me. You know, like, we get a little, you know, have a little sex here and there. And the sex was great. It was fantastic. But then I realized that look at all the effort that had to go into to be able to get to that point. Yeah. I was just like, nah, I didn't really like it.
So it's like
I told her, you know, I know there's a lot I have to work on. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary. You know,
listen to Charlamagne.
I listen to Charlamagne.
You listen to Charlamagne.
I'm not the fastest car on the lot. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. But one thing I did realize, that, listen, I used to hate myself all the time, but I did something about it.
Yeah.
You know, I realized that at the end of the day, I'm all I got. Mm-hmm. You know, if I don't love myself, then how am I going to love somebody else? I'm my own worst enemy. So I literally exiled myself from relationships. I did a lot of soul searching, and then I was like, you know, I have to accept that, you know, I grew up with a shitty life. I accepted that.
Yeah.
I accepted that, you know.
But you can't make that affect who you are and who you're going to become.
Exactly. You can't let that affect your growth.
Yeah.
Because listen, everybody's had shitty lives. Everybody is probably going through one right now. Mm-hmm. But don't let that define you.
Yeah.
You can define yourself.
Definitely.
And I know it's easier said than done, but listen, someone out there did it. Mm-hmm. I did it. Why can't you do it? It's a long road, but if you don't start, then what? Then
it'll never happen.
It's you're gonna be a never-ending cycle of just torment if you never stop.
So I know that you said that you went through a kind of depression phase and you dealt with things after like your breakup, and I went through the same thing at one point.
Right.
And it was awful. I've never experienced something like that before, to the point where you hated everything. You just like I don't know if we are on the same plane or if yours was at the same level as mine. Mine was the same.
I would tell you right now, like,
but it was horrible.
After the whole thing happened with Marisol, like, I went buck wild. Mm-hmm. There was this one girl, her name was Keely, and she was a stripper, and she was pregnant.
This is the guy.
She was pregnant. Jerry introduced me to her the day after she broke up with her baby daddy. And we were sitting in the car. I was dropping her off at her house, and she was like, she looked at me, she's like, how would you like to father a child?
Oh, no.
And I'm looking at Jerry, and I'm looking at my mindset, I'm just like, my mindset was like, no, Kevin.
Who, Jerry? Wait, hold on. Jerry introduced you to this stripper pregnant woman.
Because Jerry is close friends with her.
Okay, but Jerry introduced you to her.
Yes.
As in what context? Hey, by the way, this is Katie.
As in, he knew that I was going to him, so he's like, you know what? I think she can help him. So on my side, I'm like, Kevin, no. Here, put your number in my phone. I was like I knew my inner brain was just like, oh my God, this can only get worse.
Oh
and worse it did. So at the time, this was before I dated Angie, and because we started dating in April and we broke up in June. So from January to March, I was with Keely, and she was pregnant, and she was a stripper. She gave birth January 10th, and I think I induced the labor. I really feel like I induced it because we did it, and. Like I said, I was going through a phase. I was like, bro,
what was your phase? I need a stripper pregnant woman?
Savagery. I was like, you know what? She treated me like crap. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. I'm going to do whatever I want.
And who caused you this pain? It was Marisol, or was it?
This was like, so she broke with me in 2017. This was early 2018.
Okay.
So I was just like, you know what? I'm about to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm about to have fun and do what I got to do. And so for a time, I was messing around with a pregnant stripper.
See, so I don't think that I've ever had a situation where I felt that way.
Mine was an extreme case of.
Bro, I dealt with mine a different way. I went to therapy. I went to, I talked to other people, but never in my life did I say, you know what? I'm gonna mess with a stripper that's pregnant.
Because like I've been cheated on before. The first time I dealt with it, it was depression. I did my own thing, whatever. I got over it.
So you've been through it before?
I've been through it before.
Okay.
I don't know what caused me to just go buck wild this time. Maybe because because this time I really have feelings for this girl. Me and her, I remember times we would just be laid up in bed together, just talking about the future. What are we gonna do for the future? Where are we gonna go?
The pregnant woman.
No, not pregnant woman. Marisol. We were laid up in bed talking about what we got for the future. Kids' names. Where we're gonna move. Blah blah blah. This and this. Meeting the family. Because the mom met me. Her brother and sister love me. The mom likes me. She just wants me to speak more Spanish. Because I was like, hey, English is my first language. Spanish is my second language. Creole is my third language. But I can understand them all and I can speak them all. But not like to the level that you're at. Mm-hmm. But I can understand and respond back to you. And we were just talking about the future, and in my mindset, I was like, "Yo, this is it. Like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want anybody else but her."
You felt like you were secure, like that was it.
I felt like I was secure, like I said, I don't gotta look for nobody else. This is it. Yeah. And as you get older, you realize that I don't want this 5 months, 3 month fling. Yeah. My next relationship, I'm locking it down. It's gonna be it. Like, I want a future. And we were talking about the future, and I really bought what she was telling me. Like, I really bought into it. So when it happened, I was just like, dreams, all that stuff, it came crashing down. And it was just like, bro, I don't know where to go. Like, where do I go from here?
Well, this.
And then just it happened with Keely, and yeah, there were a couple of close calls because she was in with the baby daddy too, and we're in this dude's apartment. We're laid up on the couch.
Hold on, the baby daddy's house is where you're at doing all this stuff.
Yeah, while he was at work, I would just come over. He had a gun in the house too. So
hold on. Okay,
3 times worse.
Okay, so let me get this straight. To get over the fact that you cheated.
Or that she cheated on me.
Sorry, yeah. I'm mixing up the story. So for you to get over her cheating on you, you decided, let me go be the one that's cheating with this person who can potentially hurt me.
Well, they broke
and
up.
He's pregnant.
Well, let me preface this by saying,
if they broke up while they're living together.
Because I don't fucking know. I don't know.
You got yourself. That's a situation.
You know what's funny? Like,
what happens if the guy came into the house? What do you do?
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Did you think about that?
Because there was a time he did come over when I was there, but I hid.
Oh my god!
And I
R.
thought,
Kelly
in
the closet.
In the closet, I thought I did something I'll never have to do was hide from somebody else. Because one, I'm gonna tell you how he looks. He's a tall white guy. He's built like Blastoise. He's got tats all over his face, all over his neck. So in my mindset, I'm like, this dude's crazy. This dude has to be crazy.
Well, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Not judging a book by its cover. I'm judging by the guns he had in his house and the fact that Keely told me this man was a straight up thug. His father, like he owned some bus company, and he was like, so he was good. He had money, but he had a whole bunch of other kids with other women too. So Keely was like the 5th or 6th baby mama, but all the other baby mamas wouldn't let him see the kid. So this was the first kid that's living with him that he gets to watch grow up. So he's like, I'll be damned if no other dudes getting near him, blah, blah, blah. In my mind, so I'm like, that plan's already been shot down to hell because I'm the one that's with the kid. I'm feeding him, I'm changing, I'm playing really like side nigga stepdad. Like, I'm really playing that.
So what happened? Like, okay, you said that there was one time where he came into the house.
So we're chilling in the living room and we're watching Batman. I got the kid in my hand, I'm feeding him the ball, whatever. I hear a knock on the door, and it's like, yo, Keely, it's me, open up. I looked at her, tossed her the baby, and jumped into the closet. Bro. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I was that dude, I came into my apartment, there's a dude I don't know with my baby mama holding my kid. You ain't leaving. Nigga, you ain't leaving. Like, you ain't leaving. You ain't gonna leave.
How did you get out of that one?
So when he was in the bathroom, I walked out of the closet, and I'm like, I'm gonna go before I get shot. I'm leaving, and I just hauled that downstairs. Jesus. See, the thing is, and it gets worse too, because there was a time where
there's worse than being with a pregnant woman with a kid.
The situation between me and him got worse because
he knew about you.
He knew that there was a dude that she was talking to, but he didn't know who he was or what car he drove. But I'm gonna get to that. So there was a time where I was hanging out with Keely, and we were gonna go to her OBGYN or whatever, and she went to the bus depot, wherever, to the job because he fixed buses. So he went to that yard to get the keys. He looked at my car. He saw my car. All right, so he knows what car this nigga drives. He didn't see a face. So we fast forwarded to like a month later. I'm dropping her home. And she's like, oh, his mom is there. I need you to pretend like you're an Uber driver. I'm going to sit in the back, pretend like you're an Uber driver. So I pretend like I was an Uber driver, right? So I park near the front of the building. She gets out. He opens the door. He goes in. He opens the door again, and we're just locking eyes for like a good 5 seconds. At that point, I knew that he knew that I was the nigga that was going into his house because he's seen the car twice. One parked in his spot, and then one at the bus depot. So he knew that damn, the jig is up. That this is the nigga that's driving her around, that's fucking around with her, and it's in my house while I'm not here. I know it's him. So at that point, I was like, Keely, this ain't gonna work out. I got the fuck out of Dodge. Because I knew if I stayed any longer while she was at that place, it's only a matter of time before this nigga just decides to, because his job was around the corner. He's like,
he could have went and got something.
He could have just went like, you know what? I'm gonna go home. Sees a car, sees a nigga, checks the house, and that's it. I'm done. So I got the fuck out of Dodge. Bro. Mind you, this is like the crazy phase. This was literally last year in January. Like, just a whole crazy shit was going on. So I told my coworkers about it. They're like, Kevin, what are you doing? You're gonna get your head taken off from this. Like you're better than this. I'm like, bro, I'm hurt. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. I'm just getting comfort from anybody right now. And she was the one that was giving it to me. And so the thing is, she really did like me. But the thing is, like, I feared for my life more than I liked her.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, one, I feel like the side nigga because both families didn't know that I was involved. Both families think that those two were still involved. She's she's going out to fancy dinners every weekend. At one point, she was sleeping in his bed. So I'm like, yeah, I'm side nigga. I accepted that. I'm like, listen, we had a good run, but I think I came to my senses and we're done. I don't want to do this anymore. And she was just pissed off that I broke up with her. She's like, oh, why could you do this to me? I thought you cared about me. I'm like, I do, but the dude that you're staying with has a gun. I don't want to get shot over pussy. Like, I don't want to get shot over pussy. Like, I don't want to get shot over pussy. Like, this is like, what are we doing at this point? Like, man, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna get shot over a female. Now she moved back with her mom's, like literally like a month later, and she texted me, she goes, oh, if you could have just waited out a month, you know, things would have been better. And I'm like, well, I could have waited out a month and would have been shot. Like, you know, like we don't know what could have happened. Yeah. She's got a new man now, and I'm happy for her and stuff like that. No, she thinks I'm still trying to hit her up when I say, hey, how's your son doing, blah, blah, blah. Because, you know, like, I took care of that kid for like 2 months. I was thinking, I'm like, yo, I wonder how he's doing, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm not worried about you. Like, I don't care. I know you're good. What about him? Like, I wonder how he's doing. And she's like, oh, why are you still trying to talk to me? I got a man. I'm like, yeah, fantastic. I didn't ask about that. How's he doing?
Yeah.
Like, and at that point, I was like, you know what? Let me just not bother with it. And then that's when I started dating Angie right after.
It sounds like a plan. You got your life together.
I mean, I look at it like, if it's one thing I do realize that exes that I always keep running into, like, I still keep trying to talk to them.
Yep.
And not talk to them as like, oh, I'm trying to get back with you. I'm just trying to see how you're doing and blah, blah, blah. And that's one thing I realize that one flaw I have is that I care too much. When I really, situations where I just should not give a damn,
yeah,
I give a damn.
And that's what's dangerous is we draw it back to taking care of this person. You're becoming, that person is becoming so dependent on you that you don't get to enjoy the relationship that you have. Right.
Like with Keely, it's like, you know, she didn't have a bank account. I helped her open up a bank account. She didn't have a job. I helped her get a job before she started going back to what she was doing. Like I helped her be better. Mm-hmm. But the situation around that was just like, you know, this could pop off at any moment. That dude could walk into that house and then game over. We're on the 3rd floor of this apartment building. Ain't no jumping. So it's like either I gotta fight my way out or, you know, let him just beat the crap out of me.
I don't think he would have beat you. He probably would have killed you.
Or he probably would have just shot me. Like, well, I told myself, like, hey, listen, if I went to my apartment and there's some dude I don't know in my apartment smashing my baby mama, holding my kid.
Done. It's over.
Hey, we're not even gonna talk. I'm just gonna shoot you. I'm not even gonna talk. Like we're just gonna get this out of the way. Cause who knows how long you've been in here? Like you've been doing all this crap. Like, nah, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's a wrap like a snack wrap. So you know, and that's the crazy thing. Like, you know, it's just like I realized that they're an ex for a reason. Leave them alone. If they talk to you, that's great, fine, whatever. Don't chase it. Remember why you left them. Remember why, and that's one thing. That's and you know, one golden rule always followed is never get back with an ex.
Yep.
But I've been broke that rule with Angie, but I'm gonna take up that rule again because it's just like 3rd time's the charm. Didn't work out. Okay, what are we doing at this point?
Yeah,
we're dating. We're in a golden age. Then things get serious. The problem comes back, and it's like, what are you doing to make it better? Like, when we broke up, she told me, she's like, oh, you know, like, what have you done to make your life better? I'm like, I pretty much worked out, changed my hair, got taller, graduated, paid off my car, planning on moving out. Like, I'm doing all these things. Yeah. Like, I'm giving you a list of things that I've done, and I can only name one thing is that, you know, you opened up more to me. That's it. But so that's just like
what
the thing is, it's if I'm in a relationship, one thing that will kill it for me is stagnation. I'm not gonna ask what do you do for fun? What do you do for growth? What do you do to make yourself better? I don't care what you do.
That's more grown.
It's what people aren't asking other people. Don't ask your dude, what do you do for fun? Don't ask the girl, what do you do for fun?
What do you want to do for the future?
What do you want to do for the future? What do you do for growth? What do you do to make yourself better? I'm gonna be honest. People don't care what you do for fun.
Okay.
Men don't care when they ask females what they do for fun. What do you do for fun? You don't care. You're just trying to. You're just logging everything in so you remember it when she asks you at a later date.
Okay.
It's what do you do for growth? Like, what do you do to make yourself a better person? I don't care what you do for fun.
So, what makes a perfect girl for you? Who's the girl that you see as the role model girlfriend? Like,
one thing that really catches me is humor.
Okay.
Because I like to crack jokes. I'm a funny person. If you can't understand my lingo, or if I have to repeat a joke several times for you to get it, it kind of kills me a little bit.
Gotcha.
And two, it's one thing. It's intelligence. Like, I love an intelligent girl. There's a word for it. I'm not sure what that word, like sapiosexual, whatever it is, where you're attracted to intelligence. Where someone is attractive based on like their intelligence, how smart they are, and stuff like that.
Not based off of physical or
not really physical. Like,
so you would date an ugly girl that's really smart.
I date an ugly girl that's really smart.
Not super ugly, like
not super ugly. Like basic.
Nah, but like unibrow, mustache.
Nah, not like that. Like keep up some appearances, but girl, like not too pretty, but not too ugly.
Okay.
Because to me, it's like your mind is what attracts me the most. Your ambitions, what you got inside your heart, how you are as a person attracts me the most. Like, I don't care if you like the baddest bitch on the block. Okay. What else?
Would you rather have book smart or street smart?
That's a tough question.
You can only have one. I get asked that book or street.
I like street smarts because with street smarts, it's kind of like, it's because I feel like I'm more book smart than street smarts.
Okay.
And so, I like a girl who's got street smarts. Like my ex Angie, she had a lot of street smarts and I liked it.
So it's kind of like you guys are like coexisting because you know stuff about book wise, right. And then she knows more street. So like, what you guys look out for each other,
right? Like I'm the bookworm in the situation, and like you ever seen Eddie and Eddie?
Yeah.
Like I'm Double D and she's like Eddie. Eddie's got the street smarts, and I'm just the dude with the mindset and the intelligence.
That's a plan.
It was with the plans. I'm always the dude with the plans.
Gotcha.
So it was kind of like that, and that's why I like. But I also date a girl who's very intelligent. I like a girl who can match me in intelligence. It's an attractive thing.
It can be dangerous too.
It can be dangerous too, but I like it. I like dangerous
because then it becomes a competitive thing, like who's smarter than who, and what like. Somebody at some point there's gonna be an educated argument where you guys cannot get out of it because
I love educated arguments. I love.
Well, it can be dangerous. You guys could end off like that.
See, it was one thing I learned. One thing I learned about relationships is that I have 3 rules when it comes to a relationship.
Tell me those rules.
First rule is if we get into an argument, no cussing at each other. Don't cuss.
How does that work?
It's basically like if I'm trying to have a calm. If I'm trying to have a calm conversation with you, don't be like "fuck you," blah blah blah. Don't be getting wild. I'm coming at you.
So
calm.
then she comes at your neck wild. Then what do you do?
I'm coming at you. I'm talking to you calm, respectful. I'm trying to have a conversation. Like you can't even meet me halfway. Like how we gonna fix this if you just screaming yelling at me?
Yeah.
And it's like if you talk to somebody, they're gonna stop and think like, yo, like I'm being the irrational one here. Like, yo, I'm telling you that you this, you irrational, but I'm screaming, cussing at him, and like I'm not even trying to hear what he's saying.
Yeah.
And 2, it's like we don't yell at each other. No yelling. I'm coming at you calm. I'm trying to talk to you, calm, cool, not cussing, not yelling.
Okay.
Come give me that same energy. That's all I'm asking. Respect. I'm respecting you. Respect me.
So then that's rule number 1. What's rule number 2?
Well, that was rule number 1 is no yelling. Rule number 2 is no cussing.
No cussing. And rule number 3.
And yeah, I forgot what that rule number. Rule number 3 was don't get in each other's face.
Don't get in each other's face.
Yeah, don't get in each other when we're talking to somebody. Don't get in my face. Don't be trying to get all physical and stuff like that. Just like yo, whatever is that fucked up on, talk to me. Don't scream at me. Don't yell at me. It's the only thing is like
maybe Marisol followed your rules. She didn't get in your face. She didn't cuss you out.
Well, see,
she didn't yell at you. She did it through the phone.
Well, here's the thing.
So she followed all three. So now what?
When me and Marisol,
you gotta change that book now.
Because when me and Marisol got into arguments, this was before I applied this rule with Angie. Well, actually, you know what?
Okay,
to be honest with you, Angie applied this rule to us because she was like, "How are we gonna get past our problems if we're just screaming and yelling at each other?"
Yeah.
At that point, it's gonna turn into who can scream the loudest. Who can throw stuff? Who can make the most noise and stomp their feet around like fucking cavemen?
Yeah.
Who does the most wins? And no, it doesn't. No one wins when you're screaming at each other. Let's be calm and cool. Let's figure out what the problem is. We're done. Boom. Make up sex. We're happy. Like that. Because me and Angie had a lot of arguments, and I said my points and how I felt about the situation. She said her points. I'm like, all right, what can we do to compromise? What can we do? If I was wrong, I'm gonna admit that I'm wrong. Hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm gonna admit that I'm wrong. I'm a stubborn ass person. I don't like when I admit that I'm wrong. It's a lot of pride that I have, but I will admit that I'm wrong if I know I'm wrong. And it's like, if I keep arguing with you, we're not gonna get anywhere.
I think that's the most important part, and it's not just on the wrong or the right side. Like, I feel like if you're wrong in any aspect of it, you owning that is probably the most important thing, because then you just go in circles, because it's just like, oh, no, you're wrong for doing this, and then they're like, no, I didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
But then you just keep going in the same circle,
right.
because you can't admit when you're wrong. And then there's people like that just will not stop.
I have a lot of friends who are like that. And they're just like, bro, man, I'm getting flushed. I'm getting tired of just telling you the same thing.
It'll get to you.
It's like, you're so bullheaded, stubborn about this. It's like, bro, just admit that you're wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I admit that I'm wrong, but nothing.
The but, that'll finish it.
You know you're wrong. Let's done. We're done. Squash it. We're done.
And then I think we're approaching our hour point. So we've been doing this for almost an hour.
I tell you, bro, I got a lot of stories.
I know, bro. And I know there's more.
I know there's a lot more.
People don't know half of what we touched on 2 days.
It keeps going, bro.
But we're gonna like wrap it up. But what's one more thing real quick? Like a quick 5-minute segment that you want to talk about. Like if you could finish off and let the people have this last thought before you
If I can finish off, I'll just say this. Like when it comes to relationships, it's one thing you gotta understand. It's like, yo, I'm trying to build an empire with you.
Okay.
I'm trying to build something with you. I need to know right now, are you with me or are you not with me? If you're not with it, tell me.
If you're not with it, quit it.
If you're not with it, quit it. If you feel like you're gonna cheat, all right, you just break up with me. Just dump me.
Straight to the point.
Just get it over with. Because it's gonna hurt more knowing that you cheated on me because of this guy was nice, or I was drunk at the club and it just happened, blah blah blah, stuff like that. And when it comes to relationships, it's pretty much just like, I'm trying to get to places. The thing I'm trying to get to is a house, marriage, kids. That's how I am. That's how old fashioned I am.
And what do you think? You're 25 now, right?
Right.
When's your birthday?
July 27th.
July 26th. So you're gonna be 26 this year.
I'm gonna be 26
right?
this year.
What age do you feel like you're ready to do it? Because for me personally, I said that when I'm ready to do all this stuff is either 25 to 30. You're 25 now. You haven't found the one, and I'm not judging you based,
everybody moves differently.
So yeah, everybody moves differently. So let's just say that you hit that 30 point. What is your ideal age of when you want to get all this stuff started? Who do you like? What age do you feel like you're gonna find that one, or what age do you want to start that whole future?
I actually started feeling like that at 24.
Okay.
Like, I have my whole life planned out. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to graduate soon. Here's what I want to do. I don't want some short-term relationship. I want a long-term relationship. I want to see the world with you. I want to grow old with you. So 24, I started feeling like that. When I hit 25, I knew this is what I wanted. Next relationship, we're going places.
That's what's going to happen.
I want this to be long-term. I'm a long-term person. I want a long-term relationship. I did all the BS when I was 20, 21, 22. I got all that out of me. I don't want short-term phases. I don't want summer flings. I'm getting old. I'm too old for that at that point. When you're 18, 19, 20, 21, hey, do it. Have fun.
Do whatever, yeah.
Don't think about serious stuff. Well, if you think about serious stuff now, I mean, my personal opinion, live your life, have fun. Then when you get older, your mentality starts to change. There's like, hey, I don't want I want to keep doing this summer fling anymore. I want something serious. So I'm at that age right now where it's like, next girlfriend, I'm gonna make it last as long as possible.
Yeah. Ultimately, what I'm trying to get at is that this, I think, is gonna be a continuous thing because you brought that sauce, right?
Bro,
you brought the relationship sauce. This is more emotional here.
Yeah, as long as you've known me, bro, I got stories. I got crazy adventures. I've got stories that will just like, and to me, it's just like I get myself in these shenanigans because I don't say no. I don't say no. It's like, oh,
but
no,
you learn from them.
It's not like, oh, I don't say no. It's like, oh, I'm a yes man. It's just like, hey, if you need help, I'm gonna help you out.
Yeah.
And in doing so, I get into a crazy ass situation.
Gotcha. So I think that's where we're gonna go ahead and wrap because this Camry just keeps on screwing around.
Yeah, Camry just keeps screwing around.
All right. So if you guys enjoyed it, please be sure to subscribe to the channel Jolo2 TV.
Subscribe, people.
Follow the SoundCloud, which is Jolo2 Sound. Follow this guy. I'm gonna go ahead and link him right there and in the description.
I got Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and for the people who want to know, I don't give out personal phone numbers. I don't do that. I don't give out phone numbers.
Just DM the guy. DM the guy.
We'll talk first, and then I'll decide whether or not you should.
He said, send the picture. We'll talk then. If you got a baby and you're a stripper, you're it.
Catfishing is real out there. And I have a story that I got catfished at 1.2. That's why I don't use Tinder no more.
Bro, we're gonna have to get another episode with this guy because you were amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir, bro.
Being on the show. We're gonna go ahead and conclude this. So thank you guys for listening. Peace.
I'm gonna always love you, baby.